right, so I was off last week, but all throughout that week, I had been seeing this FN Meka AI rapper thing. Jeremiah, what do you know about this?
A virtual robot rapper, powered partially by artificial intelligence. He had 10 million followers on TikTok. It looked like it was
10 million followers on TikTok. Yeah.
Capital Music signed him. I know. Okay, so what I've heard was the voice behind it was a black gentleman, but who was writing the lyrics was a white gentleman.
Well, so
was it something like that? Because I can't remember. Okay,
I've been getting that it was a software that's writing the lyrics,
Gotcha.
but this guy created the software.
No, they're saying he wrote it.
They're saying he wrote it.
That's the confusion.
It is confusing.
Well, anyway, FN Meka looks like a SoundCloud rapper from the 2010s. If you can imagine what, like, I ain't gonna name no names, but he looked exactly like that. And I think what they were trying to do with some people were offended by it. It was like, man, we got a bunch of rappers out here. Why would Capital Music sign them? Sign this person to do something like this? It's just crazy.
It's backwards. It doesn't. Like, I know that they keep saying, Capital kept saying this was the future. This is for, things to come. This is how things are going to change. But to me, I'm just like, I'm having a hard time wrapping my mind around how this works.
But for me, I always, in my mind, I just thought of the Gorillas. Like, if you know who the Gorillas are, like, they have is a group that is digitally made. They do festivals. Like, they do festivals, they do everything, but it's on the screen. They put them on the screen and people vibe to their music. So maybe that's what the thing was going to do. But the only difference is Gorillas is more popish, pop rockish, EDM-ish, I guess. Whereas this was hip hop. So we got millions of dollars of rappers out here. Y'all want to create something like this just to like throw some money behind or something of that nature? It's like, that's crazy. You know what I mean? Do you think it's blackface?
I do. I mean, honestly, the character...
Digital blackface.
Blackface. The character does bother me because it doesn't make sense to me. Like, the whole look of the character, it's weird. They talk about a lot of like, black stereotypes are involved around him, his music, incarceration. So it's interesting to, the N-word. So it's interesting to try to figure out why this works. Like, this is my problem with social media. I think we're spending way too much time on social media. I think social media has too much of our attention. And I think it's stuff like this that draws us into where we're scrolling for hours. I remember when I first found TikTok, I scrolled for maybe, 30, 40 minutes. Yeah. And then I put it down, but then the next day I came back. And then after a while, I was like, this is a waste. This is a waste of my time, especially because, the type of business that we're in, we got 24 hours of daylight, and we could use every 24 hours of that, the stuff that we do. So for me, this was just a total waste. And so I look at this, and I'm like, why would anybody spend time following, an artificial artist and going to their concerts and doing all this kind of stuff? It doesn't make sense to me.
Because it's interesting. Me. That's it. This Complex article is funny. It said Gunna, because this thing is on a song with Gunna. Gunna, a black artist who is featured on a song with FN Meka, is currently incarcerated for rapping the same type of lyrics this robot mimics. The statement reads, "The difference is your artificial rapper will not be subject to federal charges for that."
That's hilarious.
So
it is crazy.
I guess I don't get it. I'm not seeing anybody explain exactly what's going on. What my imagination is, they fed it a bunch of songs. Because there's a ton of AI machine learning type algorithms. They probably fed it a bunch of songs of people like Gunna and Young Thug and all this kind of people. And the program can kind of interpolate those lyrics and figure out patterns and give you a simulation of what an artist like this sounds like.
Yeah.
So the guy behind it probably then had to clean it up to where it made any lick of sense. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then gave it to this guy. This is the part I don't get yet. The artist that's complaining that they stole his voice and all that, I don't know if he rapped all the songs or they had the computer take his voice like Siri and rap the songs. That's where the AI part may be coming in. I don't know.
It says,
I don't know if the voice you're hearing is a compilation of words this guy has said before?
Yeah.
Or are the lyrics the AI part?
So it says Meka is voiced by a real person. The songs, instrumentals, and lyrics were all created through a proprietary AI technology that's sourced from existing popular music.
Right, but it still doesn't help me understand. Did they just take his voice and make it sound like he was rapping these lyrics, or was he actually in a booth rapping the lyrics?
That's what confuses me too, because if you're the person behind the voice, unless you're getting like a serious check, wouldn't this stifle your career? Like if you wanted a rap career, wouldn't this cancel you out? Like
No,
you couldn't be both.
It's gonna help him because I would have never known this guy.
Well, I'm saying, but you can't be both. I'm sure he's under contract to where he can't be himself and then this AI character too, right? When you think?
I doubt it. But that's interesting because honestly, when you see the real guy, he looks like this AI thing.
Oh,
They modeled it after him too.
Oh, but then I take back my comment.
If you look at the head shape and where his hairline is, and it looks exactly like
I
him.
take back my comment. Then.
I don't know exactly the details. My imagination is that they just sourced his voice and they can make it sound like and say whatever words they want. So if that's the case, then this is clearly a case of appropriation. It's you don't think so?
No, I just says appropriation. Wow.
It is, right? You're taking a culture that people work hard. I can't say they work hard anymore, but people work hard to create this music for the culture. And you're basically formularizing it and turning it into a program and making money off of people's real culture. Like this guy that's behind this program is not at all. Like I'm not saying just because he's white. There's white people who are a part of the culture. This guy doesn't appear to be at all. He's just trying to make money off of the culture purely.
So he's a culture vulture, basically.
Yeah.
So the voice behind this says that he hasn't been paid a dime.
No, he said they stole. That's why I think they just took his voice and they're using his voice to create what sounds like he's rapping it now. So, yeah, I mean, this is wrong, right? There's no discussion.
I think the question is this: why would Capitol sign this? Are they thinking like
because it worked?
I don't think it did.
The only reason this did not work is because he forgot to delete the N-word. If he would have just deleted the N-word from the program, hey, I don't know if this is Python, but just literally type in if you see NIGGA, remove, like exit program, like don't say that. He would have been fine. They would have been fine.
So go back. You said they fed the AI. They fed him Doug, Gunna, all the like maybe some Trippie Redd, whatever.
Whatever, yeah.
And
whatever's hot.
They put it together. So the person the robot was trying to rap it out, but it sounded too robotic, probably.
No, so no. That's not the problem. The problem is, no matter how good these programs are, at the end of the day, it's not going to make perfect sense. It's going to kind of make sense. Mm-hmm. And you're going to have to, we haven't talked about this yet, but like when we talked about the AI graphic design, that I can't remember the name of that program, but where it can spit out a fully designed cover art or whatever you want. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But when you look at it closely, it doesn't really make any sense. If you like really look closely at the images this thing creates, it doesn't really look right. Yeah. So you can get close to something that makes sense, but this program is not going to make complete sense. So the guy, I think, would have to clean up the lyrics. So he has some, I'm sure he's listed as a writer somewhere because he had to make it make sense. So I think that's what's going on.
I think my question is, are these people so addicted to the metaverse type stuff that they're like, we got to get ahead of it so it could like blow up? You know what I'm saying? Because I think this is just a trial thing. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it's almost to a certain point of like, I don't know why that artificial intelligence movie with Will Smith comes to mind. Like, would that be the future where you have robots on stage rapping and they look like a rapper and people are invested in them?
Not investing.
But I think Judon makes a good point. Yeah, I think you're right about them being future forward, but he said, it's going too fast. Too many people talking. I lost it. What's the difference from what record companies have been doing since forever? I think that's a great point. Just because this person happened to be literally programmed, this is what's been going on for years. Every artist that comes out, the record label pretty much programs them to make certain types of music.
Yeah.
They give them certain songs. A lot of these songs that you're hearing from these artists were given to them. Hey, make a song to this. The hook is already on it. The beat is there already. Just put your little part on it, and we're going to put it out. We know this is a hit. Just put your stuff on it. That's literally the same thing that's happening here. It's just...
But the difference is this, Sean. The difference is still... At one time, it was a look. You had to have the look. Like, you could say whatever, but you had to have the look to still be a star.
That look is programmed. Like, if you see a lot of these before and after pictures of these artists, even not even just hip hop, they looked totally. They were programmed to look like that. They were altered to look like that.
Yeah.
So I think his point is that this whole thing is a formula.
Yeah.
Now they just don't need you for it.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that they just said. We'll just do it ourselves. We literally don't need you. Once we get enough audio samplings of enough black people's voice and their tone, we really don't need a black person involved in this process at all anymore. We can make our own hit rapper because the whole thing is a formula. There's certain melodies that work. There's certain cadences that work.
Yeah.
The triplet flow. You know that's going to work. Certain colorful dreads.
I think
works.
I think
it's just a formula.
I think the thing that we're missing is the soul part. You can't.
But that's been gone for a long time, bro. It really has.
Well, I just feel like it's also missing the whole element of mystique that artists have when they are, when they have a fan base and stuff like that. Like, this just seems cultish and weird to me.
But the whole thing is, I think that's the point, is that it's been like this a long time. The artists that you see are not who they really are. They're designed to look like something because they know that works.
I'll be honest with you. I remember somebody at 107.9. Oh, I said too much already. Well, I remember. Okay, whatever. So somebody at 107.9 put out a song, right? And they were confronted by somebody who was like, "Yo, I heard the lyrics to your song," and they were like, "Listen, I just did that because I know it's gonna sell. It's not like it's what I really believe or what I want to do."
21 Savage thing y'all talked about last week.
Yeah,
it's your program to know. Even if he loves Jesus, he is not gonna do it because he knows his label won't let him. He'll lose all his money and his fans. This is all designed. This is not just happenstance that these rappers are coming out. The label makes them into this.
Yeah.
No, I'm not negating what you're saying, but I think what I'm saying is, at the same time, there are people out there that are like artists, true artists.
Yeah.
You can't replace. You could replace somebody just rapping. That's a cartoon in essence. You know what I'm saying? Like a cartoon. I remember you grew up. PlayStation had Potter Rapper, and you learn how to rap with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's old school stuff. So it's like that's easy, but there's something about somebody putting their sweat and tears in their personal life and their personal lifestyle in their music, so you can hear what they're talking about.
Nobody cares about that anymore, bro.
That's crazy.
You listen to hip hop, like they're not talking about personal things.
I think they are.
Like what?
But it's like, why would you?
What do you know?
Waste
What
your
do you know
time
about 21
following?
Savage?
I know he's like trying to. I think at one time he was wilding. I think right now he's more on a. He still got crazy stuff, but at the same time, I know sometimes he has businesses. I know he has different things
in
he's
his
trying to
music. What do you hear about him?
I think he
personally in
says
his
that.
music?
Like sometimes he says that on certain songs.
What has he said that every other person hasn't said?
I don't like the artist. Period.
That's not what music
lyrics
is
sound
anymore. Not
good to me.
popular music. It hasn't really been for a long time. Popular music is an algorithm. They
That's
literally
recently.
No, man. Like if you go back even as far back as you remember, the songs that are hits, they have very, very similar melodies, very, very similar everything.
I can believe that.
It's a formula.
No, I get that, but what I'm saying to y'all is, I think a couple of years ago, yes, that what you're saying was like the whole FN Meka kind of thing. But I'm looking at artists like a Cole or a Kendrick or those type of art rappers.
You have a real story. to
Yeah,
tell.
like they had a story to tell, so you can't negate that and be like, we can make that too. You can't make that.
No, you can't make a lifestyle.
Yeah, but
You get what I'm
if
saying?
you look at the
You can make a generic, like it's almost like going to Walmart and getting Equate. Like Equate is like their name brand for whatever the brand name is, and it's like you can make some Equates, But at the same time, that original thing.
Yeah, but what
But
I'm telling you,
great
organic?
value.
What
Great
I'm-
value.
Oh,
what I'm telling you is that the off-brand is at the top of the chart. The real is underneath the top.
Yeah, it is. But what I'm
It's
saying
not-
is, at
it's
the
not-
same time, there always going to be those real artists out there that will make people go, that's real and this is fake.
But it
It's
doesn't
still
matter
there.
to them. Remember, their game isn't. They don't care if you think the person is real. How much money do I get from this? They got money from this for a couple seconds until they realize they're gonna lose money by being in controversy.
Do you
That's
think,
all it is.
Do you think that they'll ever be able to recreate like a Beyonce, like a legend artist off of AI? I feel like that you got to have the life, like Jeremiah talked about.
Beyonce.
Like an artist that would be as big as one of our
like a Michael
quote, unquote,
Jackson,
legends.
like
Yeah.
a Tupac,
Like a
Biggie.
legend.
Yeah, that's what he's talking about.
Because I feel like Jeremiah's saying that there's a percentage where this has to cut off. Like you have to cut a percentage
But only
of the reality
because
off.
only because they have no physical presence.
Right.
But if we were just doing music versus music, they absolutely could recreate I guarantee in 5 years.
No, don't tell me that.
If
Don't finish that
if
sentence.
this doesn't kill the movement, because this is a big setback, but if this becomes a normal thing, they're gonna be able to guarantee top 5 placement on Billboard. They will be able to design a song that they know for a fact will hit.
That's easier now,
because it's
Sean.
already happening.
No, but I'm saying that's
crazy.
easier now
Okay,
because of the
well then-
algorithm.
But that's what I'm telling you.
But what I'm saying to you is, there's still going to be people that it's almost like somebody saying analog versus digital. Like it's some people out there that's still going to say I need to listen to my music off
Yeah,
a record.
you can do that.
Yeah.
But we're trying to make money. So
No, I
they're-
get that. But what I'm saying is, at the same time, that vinyl may not make as money as streaming or digital downloads, but it's still people out there feel like
but that's-
that's real and authentic.
That's fine. You could think that. That's not the game. The game is to make money. So you can do that in your corner.
yes, and that makes
You
money
could- you
too,
could
but
buy-
it don't make a lot of money.
You could buy your vinyls. The people that are killing it are following a formula. And they do not care if it's authentic or you respect it or nothing. The people at the
crazy.
top of the charts, every single one of these pop singles is designed. You see all these writers on them. You see all this stuff. It's a formula. And this is just the next step of that formula.
So here's a question.
This is crazy.
You think they're gonna do a Christian rapper?
No.
I could probably code a Christian rapper that you obviously if you don't see him, you just listen to it. I could probably code a Christian rapper that you will be like, man, this rapper saved. Because there's a formula to making y'all think somebody is saved or not. We just talked about it. I know exactly what words the rapper I could
much.
write for somebody who was an atheist. And y'all would be thinking he's the most saved person ever.
Well, that's because it's your words.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that's a formula. It doesn't have to be authentic. Is what I'm saying.
he's saying is, could people buy a artificial Christian hip hop artist and actually make it feel like that?
Yeah, but
it's
listen,
authentic.
whether it's my words or I program the code, it's still I know what needs to be said for you to believe that this person's a Christian. Just like they know what notes need to be played to get you to buy this single over that one. They know what single Ariana Grande needs to remain a top pop artist.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a formula.
Yeah.
It's all code.
But I think but you know how I know he's right?
Yeah.
Because what you did yesterday, you came when I walked into Rick's party, you came Jeremiah, Eminem saved.
I didn't say that.
Yo, or Eminem, we got one now.
I
I'm
didn't say that. I didn't
and I'm
say
thinking to
anything
myself,
like that.
When you just said that, well, I'm just
said-
paraphrasing.
okay, see,
but
paraphrase
but
the
at
right-
the
the
same
truth
time,
then.
You got excited about it.
You got excited about it, and you know
Nah,
what that
I
feeling
was like,
is.
yo.
You know what that feeling is. Remember, he told us it was almost like the Falcons of having somebody like a KB be like, we got somebody on the team, and
Yeah.
it makes like that, and that's all you got to do. What you were saying, that's the
It's
formula.
KB. How does that go together? I'm lost.
It's psychological, and there's
Falcons and KB.
there's real psychology
gonna make a good wide
involved in
receiver
why
now?
you like a song. If I make a song fast, I know I got Ryan. It don't matter what the man said. It don't matter what he's talking about or whatever. If it's fast, I got
Lies.
Ryan. If that joint got a bop
Lies.
and got
All
what's your go-go
lies.
sound to it,
All
you got
lies.
Jeremiah. Easy. You put a
Go-go
little
sound.
if you put a little mood in that joint. And it got like a slight East Coast, maybe a little early Andre sound to it. You got me. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a formula. And I know there's maybe 30% of the people like me, 80% of the people like Jeremiah, so I'm gonna make that song instead of this song. That's it.
Yeah.
It's a formula. So I think this is gonna be more common.
But I think to not get the backlash, you gotta create it a little bit more generic. Because I think when it looks like black people, then there's a problem. So that's what I'm saying. Maybe the
He would
generic.
have got away with it if he just put a filter on the N-word. That's it. This would not have been a thing.
So you think the N-word made it worse?
That's what made it a problem. Yeah.
Wow. What if it was like somebody that looked like Machine Gun Kelly or something like that?
But the N-word would still been a problem.
No, I'm saying if it wasn't the N-word, that's what I'm saying. Like, what if it was
N-word is the problem here.
Oh, gotcha.
Black, white, whatever. It would have been a story, but it wouldn't have been a problem.
So what do they need to do next time, Sean? Besides the N-word, like what do you think would work immediately in doing this?
They're gonna have to take a break, and then you give it a year, and then you come back with this. It's gonna get more popular.
I think next time they don't say it's a meta type character. They just bring it out.
I don't even think you give it a year. I think you're gonna have people that are working on a formula right now to get this thing on their own turf. Like I think this is becoming something to code now. You know,
I'm just telling y'all doubt it if you want to.
I think the algorithm thing changed everything.
Yeah,
it changed everything to a point where now it's you can care. It's almost like eating something organic versus eating something processed.
They know too much about us now through social media and everything. They know exactly what every type of person likes and doesn't like to the note. So like as far as music's concerned, they know what words turn people off. They know what sounds turn people off. They know what cadences turn people off, and they can make a perfect song for you.
So here's the question: this may be a topic later on. Does social media kind of like help them in the long run? Because it'd be like you can go Google something, and then you on Facebook and you see an advertisement for that. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like using social media against you, basically. That could be the topic.
In this case, it hurt him because I saw an image of the rapper eating corn off of a drill. Like, what is that about?
Drill music.
Yeah.
No.
You in the field with the Trackstarz, Ryan Righteous, Sean Tanner, DJ Jeremiah. Let go!